Hi Chaperones, my name is Skywalker and I am the Outdoor Education Manager here at Palomar Christian Conference Center. Our priority for every student that comes up to camp is to keep them safe, to love on them, and to teach them how to depend on Jesus. And we do that in two different ways. First, we like to create an atmosphere that is Christ-focused. We want to love on them and we want to value them. And then second, we plan everything that we do with the kids here at camp, even break time, as a way to meet their needs and to point them to Jesus. As a chaperone, you play a vital role in creating this atmosphere for these kids. So we're going to talk about some of the responsibilities that you're going to have. Your first responsibility is to keep the kids safe. And this means being physically present with them, actively supervising them, and being willing to approach and correct them when they're not meeting the expectations that we've set at the beginning of camp. Your second responsibility as a chaperone is just as important as the first, and that is to be a Christ-like role model for the kids. As an adult, you have seen that kids will do what you do and not necessarily do what you say. And so we want to make sure that everything that we say honors God, and that our attitude is positive and encouraging, and that it builds up other people that we're around. The third responsibility that you have is to make sure that your students are prepared. While you're here at camp, you're going to be assigned to two different groups. The first group is going to be a day group, a team of students that you're going to be going around to classes with and meals and evening activities. You need to make sure that they're on time and that they have everything that they need. And then the second group is the cabin group. You're going to be staying in the cabins with them at night, and you need to make sure that they get to bed on time, and that when they get up in the morning, that they're ready and they have their backpack with everything they need for a great day at camp. The other responsibilities that you'll have while you're here at camp are helping quiet down students when we're teaching at science classes or at campfire time when we're doing our devotions. And then you also will have the opportunity to participate in games and help referee them. And then you'll also get to enjoy the food, the beauty of Palomar Mountain, and have an incredible experience yourself. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is some of the needs that our students are going to have that you should be aware of. First, for some kids, this is going to be the first time that they've ever been away from home, and we want them to have a great time. So you need to keep your eye out for them and help give them extra encouragement and trying to connect them with some kids that have already adjusted and are enjoying camp. The second thing you need to be aware of is something you probably already know. Kids are forgetful. You're going to have to tell them to do the same things over and over. So make sure that you're patient with them, but also give clear directions and tell them that you expect them to listen and to follow those instructions. The last thing is that kids will test the limits. They'll try and get away with things. So make sure that when you're spending time with them, that you are loving, but also at the same time firm and holding them to the expectations that we have set. Now, we have a 3 strikes and you're out policy where we enforce our rules. And while it's the teachers and myself that give students strikes, you're going to be the first adult who has the opportunity to speak truth into their life and to love on them. But always remember that if you are having ongoing problems with a student, let one of your teachers or myself know and we'll step in to help you out. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is that we do have 3 requirements for parents to come up as chaperones at science camp. The first one is that you need to be able-bodied. You need to be able to hike 3 to 5 miles on mountainous terrain. And while the terrain is not really difficult, it is taxing, and you need to be able to do it with the kids and have a positive attitude at the same time. The second requirement is that you need to be a good Christ-like role model. As a part of our team up here in Palomar, you're going to have a great opportunity to influence the lives of these kids. And we want to make sure that everything that you do is portraying a good role model for them. The third requirement that we have is we need you to be willing to invest in every student that's up here at camp. You're probably going to have your kid up here and we want you to invest in them, but we also need you to be willing to invest in all the kids in your team and in your cabin group at night. If you meet these requirements, we're confident that you will be a successful chaperone and that you'll have a great time here at camp. And then I want to close with, how can you prepare for a great time at science camp? First, spend some time in prayer. Ask God to use you. Ask God to do great things here at camp. And finally, read through the parent packet twice. Get familiar with it, especially that to bring list. Not only do we want your kids to be prepared, but we want you to be prepared as well. Know that I'm looking forward to meeting you, to getting to know you, and to serving with you. And also, not only are we praying for your kids and for the teachers, but we're praying for you as well.